Where you at?
Today we are reacting to tattoos are making women look dirty, apparently. Let's get right into the video. I 100% disagree with this. I mean, as an individual that's completely tatted out of his mind, I think tattoos are dope. I think tattoos are unique. It's a expression of art and a way for anyone to express themselves. Now, I will say there are some tattoos that are probably a little trashy, probably not the best work, you know what I'm saying? So you could tell that you probably didn't spend that much money or that much time or thought into what you were getting, you know, and as someone that has a bunch of tattoos, sometimes that's a part of the process, man. But you know, when it comes to 2026, I think tattoos are fine. I think even a lot of professional jobs don't look at tattoos the same way that they used to years ago. I mean, doctors, lawyers, police officers have tattoos now. So when we dial in on women, I think it's a dope thing, bro. If anything, I think it's actually kind of attractive, a little bit sexy when a girl, you know, is kind of tatted up. It's like, oh shit, a little edgy, huh? But let's get right to the video and see what people are talking about, because, you know, but I'll tell y'all right off the rip, I disagree. Make sure you guys tap into the Twitch streams. Links will be in the description. That's Where You At Berto. We're live streaming today. I want to see y'all there. Where You At family? Come on, let's get right into it.
You guys do know that if you get tattoos, you will never look classy again in your life.
Y'all that go get these big tattoo pieces on y'all bodies, that looks trashy.
Piercings can make a person look really cute or really dirty. It's no in between.
If you don't have no tattoos, don't get any tattoos. Bare skin is so feminine and classy.
I will say, while I don't agree with tattoos make you look trashy, I can appreciate a motherfucker that's just, you know, bare skin, bro. Because there's one thing about tattoos, it is permanent. So once you know, ink up, there's no going back to your original form. So I will say there is some beauty in, you know, just rocking out how you are. But to just go and like, oh, you're trashy and I was like, that's doing a lot.
Please stop getting tattoos, okay? You are not going to end up with the life that you want with some giant tiger crawling down your leg.
If you've ever felt like your look needed a little bit more pizzazz, a tattoo or piercing was probably your first thought to appear more expressive, confident, and a little bit more alive. Well, lately, I've been seeing a lot of women say that those same body modifications that make them feel expressive are now making them feel less feminine, less classy, and even dirty. Now, this isn't going to be some regular conversation.
I really feel like the only reason they get to that in their mind is because they probably got their tattoos too young. Like, again, I don't regret any of my tattoos, but looking back, I just wish I didn't start so young, because when I was young, I was broke. I couldn't afford good tattoo artists. You know, that's one of the things, it's on your body forever, so you don't want to cheap out. And I think that's what a lot of people do. They end up cheaping out, going and getting some tattoo in the back of a nigga car for fucking 30 bucks, you know what I'm saying? And if it's a talented artist, maybe you lucked out, but chances are it's not that great.
Tattoo regret, okay? Everybody has a tattoo they're not too fond of anymore. I know I do. No, this body modification conversation is going to be about the growing rise in body purity and how society is slowly reshaping the beauty standard to be more clean. Welcome to the Girl Talk You Didn't Know You Needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy. I know you don't just get those away. No, I'm with those. The grind never stops. Vulnerable, and you shouldn't either. Back in the dirt was keeping your skin clean and clear. And while that's a valid goal for everyone, it carried a subtle message. A message that I believe went a little bit deeper than basic hygiene.
Any markings or freckles were unsightly to the Victorian eye. One option was to try to cover them up using...
It's crazy that nowadays women actually, I literally have seen women do their makeup and then put fake freckles on their face. Don't let nobody play you out your position, bro. Like, y'all are born with very beautiful features that might just be foreign to other motherfuckers, and they'll bully you, they'll tell you that it's ugly and Fast forward a little bit later, they're trying to add that to their shit artificially. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy to see that women, there was a time where women viewed freckles as unsightly. And now I feel like every woman wished they had freckles.
the lead-based foundation.
Shit, I wish I had
But
freckles.
for a
It's
more
cute.
long-lasting and makeup-free approach, Victorian beauty guides recommended bleaching the skin, or, in stubborn cases,
Wow.
covering the area in lemon juice or carbolic acid and burning off your freckles in the sun.
But long before untouched skin became the
That's
standard,
crazy.
body modifications already had their own history. Tattoos weren't aesthetic and cutesy. They carried heavy meaning.
Indigenous cultures around the world have long used tattoos as important
God.
cultural symbols.
Face tatted.
In Polynesia, tattoos were not just body art, but a complex language that conveyed information about the wearer's genealogy, achievements, and social standing.
Whether they were intended for spirituality or status, maybe mark a community or identity you belong to, most tattoos were purposeful. Now, I said most, okay? There was definitely a dark side of history where tattoos weren't just symbolic. Tattoos could also be used to mark criminals and slaves.
In ancient Greece and Rome, tattoos were used to brand enslaved individuals and servants, and criminals.
Less fun.
Less fun. Enslaved people would be tattooed with the Greek letter delta to signify the Greek word for slave, doulos. It was also not uncommon for enslaved people to be tattooed with details of their crimes on their forehead.
Jesus Christ.
By the beginning of the
crazy.
classical period, they had begun to tattoo fugitive slaves, most often on the face or neck, with phrases like, "Stop me, I'm a runaway."
And that's what makes the history of body modification so complicated, because it carries both trauma and beauty. Across indigenous America, Africa, and South Asia, a nose ring could mean womanhood, a lip piercing could mean strength, and certain ear.
We actually saw that the motherfuckers that be having like the plates in their lips, in that culture specifically, it was saying the bigger the plate, the lower it hang from your face, the more beautiful you are. Which again, you just gotta learn to kind of appreciate. It's like, man, there's so many different cultures and meanings. You know, in one area, this could mean something bad. In another, this could mean something.
Yo, real quick, before we get back into the video, I know you guys usually skip these type of ads, but give me 1 second. My guys over at Free Cash are sponsoring this video, and if you like money, I think you'd like to stick around. Free Cash is an application where you can earn free money just for playing games. It is 100% free to sign up using the QR code on the screen or the link in my description. Only thing that you're gonna need is an email or a password. And the games on this platform are actually fun, and all you have to do is complete basic missions and very simple tasks to reach the requirements to actually get paid. And as soon as you do that, they credit your account right away with real money that you can use in the real world. I'm talking about gift cards, PayPal, however you need to get your funds, they got it. And something that I've been seeing a little bit y'all talking about is like,
oh, they're collecting my data.
Listen, they only track your progress so they know when to pay you. And let me break down exactly why they're paying you free cash in the first place. The games that are on these platforms are trying to get exposure. So the games pay free cash to pay you guys to play the games. If you really think about it, it's just business. It's a win-win situation. These games get more people onto their platform playing their games, and you get a little bit of extra chicken in your pockets. And I've had so many of you guys reach out to me already saying that you've made $5 to $10 just playing games that you would be playing for free anyway. And I know $5 to $10 isn't like life-changing money, but it's free money to play games on your phone. And the crazy part is, I've actually had people tell me that they've had crazy payouts like $500, one even $1,000. I'm not saying to quit your day job, but the fact that that's even possible, I mean, bro, it's free. So if you ask me, there's really nothing to lose, just everything to gain, honestly, if you like playing games on your free time. So click the link in my description or try the QR code on my screen to sign up for free, and you'll even get a $5 bonus using my stuff. I love y'all. Where you at, family? Let's get right back into the video.
Where you at, Berto?
Good.
Brings enhanced beauty or rank.
Women of the Apatani tribe in the Apatani Plateau in Jiro in India. In this tribe, tattooing and stuffing the nose with large plugs was popular because the Apatani women were considered the most beautiful among the Arunachalam tribes.
Look at
So, to watch Western culture take all of that history and then turn it into something that fit their standard, I would say it's surprising. But are we really surprised?
But essentially what happened is, particularly in the age of colonialism, as explorers were going out and finding all of these different countries, they started to figure out ways to draw the line between who was human, who was civilized, and who was an other, who was an outsider, who was lesser. And one of the ways that that was accomplished was by labeling tattooed natives as other. So literally, we were using tattooing as one of those signs that we are better than someone else or we know better.
Once body markings entered Western lands, the meaning shifted from cultural to controversial basically overnight. Suddenly, tattoos and piercings weren't symbols of identity or spirituality anymore. Tattoos started to become tied to rebellion, danger, and unkemptness.
Us as indigenous folks, like marking our skin is really important, and how we've always been doing that. And just because of, obviously because of like colonialism, there's been this like shame around it.
It became the thing that didn't fit into that teeny little box of what a proper woman was supposed to be.
Tattooed women were framed as exotic, dangerous, or scandalous, and their bodies were viewed as entertainment. I once had an old man come over to me in the train station, and with the most enthusiasm in his face, just
I feel like tattoos on these type of girls be like the cutest, because like on the surface level, you're looking at her and she doesn't look like the type of girl that would have tattoos, but she's fucking blasted. She has fucking head tats. Like, I don't know. I feel like the contrast of like a sweet, innocent looking girl that's completely blasted is personally like, I actually dig that.
Go. We used to pay to see the tattooed lady in my day. Okay.
Clean skin was the norm, and tattoos became something a lot of Western society at the time viewed as unappealing and ugly.
You said that you don't like tattooing. Why?
It's ugly.
It's ugly?
Yes.
Then you wouldn't consider getting one on yourself?
Chopped. Not on myself, not anyone I know.
Do you like tattoos? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about tattoos?
I think it's great, but not for me. What do you think, Sarah?
I go further than that. I think it's disgusting and ugly and unsanitary and unhealthy.
Damn.
That's how I feel about it. You know, a roughneck, a sailor, those was the only people who had tattoos years ago. But now I can't see any point. What is the point to a tattoo? To deliberately...
To look fly as fuck.
Where you at, Berto?
You mutilate your body? That's what it amounts to, right?
Now, as society started moving faster and adapting, things changed. Women started gaining more control over their choices and their bodies, and the clean slate era started to lose its grip.
Artists like Vivian Lezonga encouraged women to claim space with big tattoos, back pieces, sleeves, chest work. She argued that tattoos on women shouldn't be confined to small butterflies on ankles or roses on shoulders. They could be ambitious, artistic, and transformative.
So, for the first time in a long time, everyone, but mainly women, could experiment without feeling punished for it.
Elaine, you don't look like the sort of person who would get tattooed. What was the appeal?
Flamboyant, outrageous, a bit naughty.
It became a thing of the past that tattoos were for criminals or sailors.
By 1996, over half of the people getting tattoos in America were women. And women got everything from butterflies to hearts to roses to stars to all the Tweety birds I saw growing up.
And online culture only made this stronger. The MySpace to Tumblr pipeline is what pushed a lot of these looks into mainstream culture. And suddenly, everyone wanted the same piercing and teeny tattoo they saw online.
Does anyone else just remember?
Oh my God. I just remember I remember back in like the Tumblr MySpace days, bro, if anything, I just got to pull it up for y'all. This girl tattooed Drake's name on her forehead, bro. I know she regrets that. I just literally sat here and talked all this shit about how, you know what I'm saying, no regrets, blah, 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 you know, tattoos are great. But this right here, man, Drake tattoo on forehead. Bro, look at this. It's only 50 seconds.
What up, Mondo Fresco, my man Drizzy Drake?
Yes, what's going on?
Yo, have you seen this picture?
I have.
What are your thoughts on it?
I want to meet her and understand what happened. That's cool.
What the fuck were you thinking? And listen to Drake's reaction, because it's like, you can only be, I don't even want to say flattered because that's not the right word, appreciative. Like, oh wow, you did that. Like, thank you, but like, you're a fucking idiot. Listen to Drake's reaction.
Well, though, like, I feel you 100%. That to me is like absolutely incredible. I don't know if you can see it, but this girl tattooed Drake on her forehead. The guy who tatted it is a fucking asshole, though. I will tell you that. Don't fuck with that guy. Fuck you to that tat artist, by the way, because you're an asshole for real. And you should lose your job, and you should never do tattoos again. I don't fuck with you, and if I ever see you, I'm gonna fuck you up. But real shit, though, I really, really, like, I want to talk to this girl and understand it all, you know? I know, yeah, no, straight up. No, it was love. I mean, it's crazy. It's surreal. I don't even want to look at it anymore because it's...
Yeah. My man, thank you so much for everything.
Bro, so again, that's another example of like, I think if you're too young and immature and you just rush and go spend 20, 30, 40 bucks, all that you can afford on some bullshit, yeah, you potentially could regret it. But man, that's got to be one of the craziest cases that I've ever seen.
For being 11, like scrolling through Tumblr, praying to God that you could get that tattoo on your ribcage. Just think of all the people that got a mustache tattoo on their finger in 2009 because it was huge.
Celebrities and internet icons started showing off their new looks, including tattoo sleeves, thigh tattoos, nose rings, belly button piercings, and suddenly these things weren't rebellious at all. They were normal, they were hip, they were cool.
I feel a big contributing factor was, you know, celebrities. From, you know, like high profile people in music to athletes to, you know, movie stars. I think this really did normalize it within society. Basically what all of this does do is it demolishes the stigma or the association of tattoos being for, you know, the outcast.
The only thing that I do kind of miss about it not being normalized, it just was a lot more unique. Now, again, I still get so many compliments on my tattoos. I think because I have hand tattoos, it's kind of like you could have a sleeve, but not many people are willing to go hand. I think that's the same when you like niggas that have like neck or face tattoos. Me personally, I'm not ever getting any face tattoos. I don't think I'm gonna do neck either. But like, I just feel like there was a time where, yeah, you really did stand out if you had tattoos. Now it's like everybody and their mama got tattoos. So it has gone very mainstream, and I do miss the times where it was a lot more unique. But hey, at the end of the day, do what you want, live your life.
Society. You
shouldn't be doing it just to get fucking random compliments anyway. You know, you should be doing it because it makes you feel good, it makes you feel confident, and it's your vibe.
The untrustables. The ones up to something devious, check their house, there might be some witchcraft. Tattoos then became a fashionable form of art rather than a symbol of rebellion.
It was a major step away from that clean woman box women back in the day were trapped in, and it definitely felt like femininity was evolving and it wasn't a one-size-fits-all. But as the years passed and aesthetics kept evolving, we should have known that era wasn't gonna be so hot for long. Fast forward to today, where every other day there's a new aesthetic for the girls to adopt. And recently, the minimal, elegant, clean girl aesthetic has taken social media by storm.
This is Put a Finger Down Clean Girl edition. The more fingers that you have down, the more clean girl aesthetic that you are. Your go-to hairstyle is either a slick back or a bouncy blowout. You tend to wear neutral colors. You wear a more dewy makeup base. You prefer dainty minimalist jewelry.
Holy, insufferable.
How many did you put down? Because if you got all 10, you are literally the clean girl.
Literally, that shut the fuck up.
They made the clean girl free y'all from that weak ass aesthetic. Be yourself. It's nothing worse than seeing a girl that literally had a little personality and now it's just clean girl, aloe sets, yoga, Pilates. It's just...
That's what I'm saying. That's like, you could do all of those things, all those clean girl things, and just be yourself though. Like, just be yourself.
Clean and strict.
Have a
No,
personality.
let's be real. I think a lot of women started looking at those tattoos and piercings and they started to think maybe those two aesthetics were clashing.
Hell no, I'm not getting any more tattoos ever. I'm not getting no more tattoos. I regret all of these. My tattoo's not bad, but it's just like, it don't give that clean girl aesthetic, you know?
We have that bold, statement-making look that a lot of women with heavy body modifications have, compared to the simple, quiet look that women with little body modifications may have. There's no right or wrong, but we can't deny, we can't ignore that they're different. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we could all...
Again, they're different. I'm not mad at anybody. Again, I'm not mad at anybody that doesn't want to have tattoos. Like, I don't think because you don't have tattoos, you don't have no personality. It's just like, don't not have tattoos because you want to be clean girl aesthetic, and don't get tattoos just because you want to be edgy. Like, do it because you want to, period. That's it.
Just kumbaya and agree that having tattoos or piercings doesn't make you any less of a woman. Well, it wouldn't be social media if that was the case.
Y'all don't be having a little small little butterfly or something like right here. Y'all have a whole chest piece like y'all a man. As a female, why would you?
I will be honest, I don't really love the chest tattoos on women, but that's just a personal preference.
Want it? Like, it's giving ghetto, it's giving trashy, it's giving hood rat, it's giving everything but a female.
I'm pretty sure she has a tattoo on her chest saying this. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. What is that right there? Is that not a tattoo? She's saying all this, but like what? Like, you have a chest tattoo. Well, I'm confused.
This mindset is spreading fast online. There's many videos where women are saying tattoos make other women look trashy or dirty.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but to the people out here with like 7,000 tattoos, like up your neck and into your face and shit, you look like you stink. You look dirty. You look demonic, especially females.
God.
Like, y'all literally be out here tatting yourself up because
cap.
you think that makes you look more attractive when it's depleting your value.
You look dirty because you just look dirty. It has nothing to do with tattoos.
And it's not just a few women that are bold enough to come online and say that. There's also just a huge wave of women going into the comment sections and expressing it too.
I've been seeing everybody on here talking about tattoos look dirty. If you get them in the wrong places, they look dirty or whatever. Like, do my tattoos look dirty?
Yes, boo, sorry.
And while I understand that every woman has their opinions, if you don't like tattoos, okay. If you do like tattoos, okay. But I've been seeing a lot of videos of women coming online and asking social media if they should get a certain type of piercing or tattoo. And while the comments probably mean no harm, they're still saying a lot. Comments like, please don't, your face is too pretty for that, your features are too elegant for a piercing, you don't need all that, you're naturally beautiful. These comments let us know that the old expectations around...
Where is the energy for this when it comes to BBLs and lip injections and, you know, fucking giving yourself the goddamn Greek statue jawline, the Squidward face? Where's this energy, ladies? Y'all over here tripping about piercings and tattoos, but y'all cool with the BBLs and the lip injections. I'm so confused.
Around a woman's appearance didn't really go away. Women are still expected to look a certain way or have to present themselves a certain way to society.
In the comments talking about, yes,
to be
queen
labeled
for the
as
lip
that
injections.
ideal woman.
Tattoos are very masculine. They're not feminine at all. If you're gonna get
She looks like she has lip
just because
injections.
your Dusty liked it doesn't mean the CEO is going to like it. Have you ever seen a billionaire or a millionaire that's not a rapper with a woman with a bunch of tattoos all up in here? No.
I can't say off the top of my brain I have, but shit, I'm sure there's plenty out there.
Oh, you don't, because they don't like it. Wealthy men don't like it. They like classy chicks without all that.
And even when these comments telling women not to get tattoos or piercings because they're too beautiful, those may be compliments. We can't deny that they still push this idea that having clean, untouched skin makes you superior or prettier more feminine.
I'm jealous of the girls with no tattoos. I'm jealous of you. Y'all, looking at my tattoos sometimes, specifically my left arm that has the dragon and this tattoo, makes my skin crawl. When I see,
I guarantee you she got that shit young as fuck though. I'm telling you, that be the thing, bro. That be the thing that be throwing people off with tattoos. They get them too young, they got some cheap shit, or they, you know, went and just got some shit off the Pinterest board because that's all that they thought was cool at the time. They ain't have enough brain cells to be like, you know, maybe I should get something unique, even if it doesn't have like no crazy deep meaning, just something that's unique and feels like me. You know, it's just like, oh, that looks cool on that person, let me put that on me. I'm telling you, the best thing you could do when it comes to tattoos is be patient, wait till you're a little bit older, wait till you could tap in with a tattoo artist that can really like construct an idea that is actually something that you're going to be proud of, because it's on your body forever, bro.
girls who are a blank canvas, I get so jealous. Like, genuinely, I need to calm down.
And y'all know we can be very honest over here. This is a safe space because I'm not gonna just sit around here and act like tattoos or piercings don't give off a certain look. But there's nothing wrong with that. Just because you have that look, it doesn't make you any less feminine. It doesn't make you any less of a woman. It doesn't make you dirty. Let's get that straight.
Yeah, my tattoo make me look dirty.
All the time.
Because they just suck. Like, I don't think it makes you look dirty. Like, the tattoos just suck. Listen, bro, I've been kind of saying the same thing over and over
again. The topic of TikTok is if you look clean with tattoos or piercings make you dirty or all that shit. Like, girl, don't get no tattoos or piercings. If that's not your thing, then it's not your thing. But to sit around and make it seem like just because it's your preferred look, it's society's preferred look, then the next person who likes body modification is less than dirty, it's just like, okay.
Some looks give off different vibes. And we live in a world where people judge you before they even speak to you. But that doesn't mean that you have to pick one box and then stay in it or be labeled just because you fit either or aesthetic.
I'm starting to feel really bad for the girls on here who like want to pull off the clean girl aesthetic but feel like they can't because of their tattoos. Honestly, like, there is no judge and jury for whether or not you fit an aesthetic. You just either go for it or you don't.
And that's something that I feel like a lot of women just experience.
Yeah, I know for sure Shorty regrets this. What the fuck is this? Hey, I hate to be hypocritical and be judgy, but that one's bad. Again, what possessed you to get this? What is that?
Experience or have to experience for growth. I actually got a septum piercing at 16. I felt so cool. I'm gonna have to show y'all some pictures because like I was in high school and I was like flipping it upside down and I was like, ooh, I have a piercing. Ooh, do you want to see it? But I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it gave off a different impression. Not a bad impression, but a different impression than who I was. Luckily for me, I could just pop it out, and that's what I did. Not even 5 years later, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, this piercing is not me. But that's the thing about piercings, okay? You can take them out. They may still scar depending on the placement. They may still leave you with a little bit of regret.
You see, and that's the problem. I don't know if that is gonna go away.
It won't. And you wanna know how I know that? Why aren't people being informed that body modifications, i.e. piercings, are semi-permanent?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I would have never noticed that until you like hyper zoomed in and like really like showed me. Like I would have never noticed that. Not to say that doesn't matter, but it's one of them things where like people aren't gonna notice that unless you point it out type shit. But I feel you.
The exact same way how you see your ear piercing holes is the exact same way how you're gonna see every single piercing on your face if you choose to get it pierced. That's why I'm so against people getting piercings out of the whim, because they don't realize that these are going to actually be permanent holes on your body for the rest of your life.
But tattoos can have a completely different story.
This is no filter.
I will say, now that I think about it, one of my biggest insecurities in life, y'all, was I actually used to have both ears pierced, but now I only have one because this ear closed, and you know I still have this ear pierced. But y'all, when I tell you my biggest insecurity in life is when this ear was pierced, for whatever reason, this ear keloided, boy. And it was bad, bro. Like, I'm talking about the ugliest keloid, to the point where I was so insecure. When I was on FaceTime with anybody, I just like learned how to like talk with my head like this. Like, I didn't want anybody to see the side of my head. It was so bad. Look at this. It's a little bit nasty, so I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a little warning. If you don't want to see some nasty shit, don't look. All right, but boom, that was my ear, gang. It was so big, you could see that shit from the front. Then I finally saved up enough money to get it surgically removed, chat. Oh my God. It was painful, it was itchy, got it surgically removed. I thought I was good. Shit grew back. I was so sick. And then finally, I remember at the time, my mom was able to get her hands on some health insurance or whatever. And I was able to go in and be like, yo, bro, this shit hurts, blah, 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 kind of complain. So the second time, the health insurance was actually able to cover it and get it surgically removed again. And thankfully, it never grew back. It never grew back. Now, I love my ear piercing, and I want to re-pierce this ear, but I'm so scared of that shit growing back. So I think I'm just gonna rock the one ear and, till it's over. But like, I dead ass want to get this ear pierced again. And I low key, like, I've been seeing like niggas been getting the double ear piercing. That shit low key look hard to me, and I want to go do that too. But man, if I were to get that keloid again, like, I don't even know what I would do, because I haven't really. There's not many times where I looked in the mirror and I was like, man, I'm insecure on some shit. But I definitely was embarrassed, was not confident when that was going on. That was like a big deal for me. So again, bro, that's why I will always say I can appreciate anybody that just is gonna go bare skin, like no body modifications, like, rock out how you are, love yourself, because you might fuck around. It's really no different. Let's say I wasn't able to change that. Let's say I wasn't able to recover and bounce back from that keloid. That's really no different, honestly, if I'm not being a hypocrite, than a motherfucker going in and getting a BBL or fucking lip injections, and it just didn't turn out the way they thought it would. And then boom, you stuck like that for the rest of your life. So I get it. And honestly, when I really put it like that, there is a little bit of hypocrisy in the things that I'm saying, because it's like, how am I any different than a bitch that go get a BBL? Like, I'm over here getting tattoos and piercings. Like, it's maybe not the same degree, but these are enhancements. So I get it. I get the conversation. But at the end of the day, I think live your life how you want to live it, man. Do what's going to make you feel confident. Just be so sure that it's coming from within, and you're not being influenced by everybody that's, telling you that you need to do X, Y, and Z to fit a certain, beauty standard.
Where you at, Berto? I made this shit look sweet.